This is your kingdom, you say, and you have tried other methods before. It should go the way you suggest. Let's get on with it, says the fighter. How do we get out of here? Like this, says Pentegarn. He taps the floor with his staff, and the stone disappears. A dark hole appears in the floor. This chute will take us into the dungeon, where the cornerstones of the castle lay. The cube lies beneath one of them. The ring lies atop a pillar rising from the second cornerstone. Too much talking, grumbles Baltek. Let's get started. He draws his sword, dangles his feet over the edge of the hole, and disappears into the darkness. Man of action, says Pentegarn, as he lowers himself into the hole and is swallowed by the gloom. Last one is a goblin, cries Lydia. Holding her nose, she leaps in after Pentegarn. Let's go, kid, urges Fox. Don't be a stick in the mud. You ease over the hole and peer in. See nothing. You dangle your feet into the blackness. Fox climbs onto your lap. An owl sits on your shoulder. You take a deep breath, close your eyes, cross your fingers, and push off. It's like flying. You're moving so fast it feels like you're on a giant glass slide. This is fun, says Fox. Let's do it again! You land with a thump, dropping Fox and Owl onto the floor. You look up, dazed, to find yourself kneeling between friend and foe. Lydia stands behind you with her daggers raised. Pentegarn holds his staff with both hands, and Baltek has drawn his sword. 4 goblins and 2 wolves stand opposite your friends. A black cloud of bats swirls above them. Scrambling backwards, you join your party and watch the enemy approach. Baltek throws you a short sword, crying, "Use this, Jamin!" Then the mighty warrior races forward, hacking, slashing at the goblins. One falls immediately, but you don't have time to watch. A wolf leaps straight at you. You step aside quickly, jabbing your sword at his furry hide as it passes. It turns and snarls, its red eyes flashing with rage. The creature creeps towards you. Deep growls rumble from its throat. A foam drips from its long white fangs. It springs at you again. The great beast lands fully upon you, and you fall backwards. Its shaggy back fur covers your face, and its weight pins you to the ground. A warm, salty fluid oozes over your face. It's blood. You wonder if you have been wounded, but the only pain you feel is the crushing weight of the wolf upon your chest. You slowly realize the beast no longer struggles. The wolf is dead. You wriggle from beneath the heavy body with great difficulty. Only then do you realize the creature landed on his sword as it leapt upon you. The battle continues all around you. Baltek has slain 3 goblins, and Lydia is locked in fierce combat with the second wolf. The bats are darting and wheeling around Pentegarn. You see only his staff swinging through the air. Baltek kills the last goblin and rushes to aid the elf. With 2 powerful blows, he kills the snarling wolf. Pale and shaken, Lydia sinks to the floor and says, "Thanks, I owe you one, fighter." "Any time," Baltek says, then smiles shyly and adds, The fighter strides towards Pentegarn, who is still overwhelmed by bats. Baltek disappears into the tangle of flying creatures. You see his sword flash once, then a clap of thunder and a puff of white smoke fill the room. When the smoke clears, Pentegarn stands unharmed, but Baltek lies motionless on the ground, surrounded by the bats. "Oh no!" cries Lydia, rushing to the fighter's side. "You've killed him, wizard!" "Don't worry, Lydia," and says, "We can fix him up in no time. You'll help. If you'll help me drag him out of the way. You don't want to wake up any of these bats." And 3 of you grasp his shoulders and pull the mighty fighter away from the bats. Pentegarn positions himself at the fighter's feet, and pinching his eyes shut, he mutters some strange words and points his staff at Baltek. "That should do it." But Baltek only begins to snore. making great deep rumbling sounds. You stupid old man, Lydia screeches. How could you have been a great magician? Can't even undo your own spells. Now, dear, don't get upset, Pentegarn says. He'll come to me in a moment. He points his staff at Baltic and commands him to rise. Everyone stares hopefully at Baltic. There is silence. Then another rumbling snore. Pentegarn frowns at his failure, then raises his staff over his head in a final magical gesture. You cover your eyes, too scared to watch, and suddenly, I feel good, says Baltic. What's going on? I knew he could do it, Pentegarn, purrs Lydia. I got so sleepy all of a sudden, Baltic continues. What happened? Did I miss anything? Never mind, says Pentegarn. Pentegarn snaps. We should be on our way. Do we first go after the ring of spell turning or the cube of mystic forces? Which is closest? Asks the elf. The ring, says the wizard. But it's also the least powerful of the two. I think we should go for the ring, says Lydia. Once we have it in our possession, it should help protect us against anything else we might meet. I myself would choose the cube. Were the decision mine, says the owl. That's because you're such a square beak brain, says the fox. If you decide to seek the ring spell, the ring of spells, turn to page 133. Try to seek the cube of mystic force, page 50.